And we are live. I'll go ahead and call this meeting to order at 7:09 p.m. So let's go ahead and get started. Thank you all for being in attendance. I do appreciate it. So looking at our agenda, are there any amendments to the agenda? Please raise your hand in person or on Zoom. Sarah. Checking VOD. Alicia. Sorry, can you say that again?
Sorry, could you please strike ARC allocation?
Thank you. Lucy?
Could you please strike capital contingency allocations?
All right. Sujana?
Hi, may I please strike ASRF and TGMF as well as Bag and Grows on behalf of Eva?
Thank you. Yep. Yeah. Okay. Any other amendments? Going once, going twice? Thank you. Okay. So can we have a motion to approve the agenda? Sarah motions, made in seconds. All in favor, please raise your hand. Please lower your hands. All against, please raise your hands. All abstaining, please raise your hands. We have a 10 to 0 to 0 vote. That is approved for today. Thank you. I do not recall. Are there minutes we need to? 12:05? Okay, so hope everyone had a chance to review the December 5th meeting minutes. If there's anything you need to edit, hope you were able to contact Sydney to do so. Can we have a motion to approve those? December 5th.
A motion to December 5th.
All right, made a motion. Got a second. All in favor, please raise your hand. All in favor, please raise your hands. Please lower your hands. All against, please raise your hands. All abstaining, please raise your hands. With an 11 to 0 vote, the minutes from December 5th are approved. Thank you. Okay, so now we'll be moving on. So to public comment, remember public comments. Each person gets 2 minutes to speak and only can speak once. Remember our community guidelines as well. And with that, we'll go ahead and get started with that. For those for public comment, we'll start in person first. Please raise your hand and we'll get you a mic. Oh, never mind.
Hello, I'm Claire from Calibre. Update over the course of the break. Main thing is we had our board of directors meeting. We have those twice a year. So we voted on, well, the only thing that matters to us is that we voted on our lead campaign for the winter spring term. So our lead campaign is going to be the Beyond Plastics campaign. And we are supporting a bill to completely ban single-use plastic grocery bags in California. So super exciting. The bill is being authored by Senator Ben Allen, who's our UCLA rep. So it's super cool. We've worked with him a lot on the past. He's like our big plastics champion. So it's super exciting. You might be like, wow, I remember there being a plastic bag ban. Like, why aren't they not banned? Basically, there was a bill that passed in 2014 in California to ban plastic bags. And then there was a ballot measure in 2016. So they ended up being banned. But there's a loophole which is exploited by the plastic industry. So they basically made thicker plastic bags and called them reusable. So that's why there's plastic bags. And that's why they're so thick now. But so this is something that everyone in California voted for and the state legislature has voted for in the past. So they should do it again, and that's what we're asking them to do. So that's going to be our lead campaign for the winter and spring term once the legislative session starts. And yeah, that's the main thing. We're also still working on our other campaigns as well. The only other thing I'll note is that our fast fashion campaign is also working on a legislative initiative, the bill called SB 707, which is a producer responsibility for the fashion industry thing. Yeah, that's what we're doing. Super excited. Lots of exciting things during the legislative cycle. So yeah, thank you guys so much. I hope you have a good rest of your day.
Thank you. Awesome. Is anybody else here for public comments? Going once, going twice. Also checking on Zoom really quickly as well. Yes, okay, we'll move to Zoom then, and Diana, go ahead.
Hi, thank you for allowing me this time. I am here as a representative of the Andean Student Alliance, and I'm here to make a petition to utilize surplus funds to pay for 3 requisitions that remain unpaid as of spring 2024. The 3 requisitions were processed before the spring 2024 deadline, but were not paid for, and they still are remaining to be paid. Last I spoke to Lucy Jin in October, she asked that I attend this meeting and make this request. I have sent the breakdown of the 3 requisitions via the comments section, and I would appreciate your time and effort in reviewing this request and letting me know what the next steps would be to get the requisitions paid for.
Okay, thank you so much for your time, Diana, and we'll definitely look at the requisitions on the chat. I'll have somebody send it to me since I'm not on the Zoom at the moment. And then I will also reach out to Lucy for some more information, but thank you so much.
Absolutely, thank you.
Okay.
Hi, sorry, I just I wanted to ask, like, is surplus out? I think the conversation that we had regarding the requisitions is that the student organization would come to council and petition for surplus at the council meeting, or at least that's what I talked to Josh from SGA about. So I just wanted to confirm.
Yes, that's correct. Is this not the council meeting that I was supposed to attend?
Oh
Well,
no, this is the correct meeting.
Oh.
Just I'm not sure if surplus has been released yet.
So I do appreciate you coming to this meeting though to raise awareness so that we can have this on our radar when surplus does come out. However, at this point in time, we do not have the number, but we can still look into these requisitions because I believe it was through ARC funding. Okay, so thank you both. All right, so let's move forward. It looks like we are going into funding. So we have, closing public comment at 7:16 p.m. Now going into funding, let's start with contingency programming, Lucy.
Yeah, sorry. So over winter break, we had a total contingency programming request of $49,335, and we recommend an allocation of $22,990 for 59 non-USAC entity and 1 USAC entity related events. Happy to answer any questions. All of this, like, specific information is on the universal allocation sheet linked on the agenda, and then I'll also send this into the chat.
Thank you so much. Okay. Okay, so now, can I have a motion to approve that? Preferably someone with the numbers.
I move to approve the federal funding, with a total of $22,990 to 59 non-USAC entities and 1 event.
Can I have a second? All right, Sarah motions, Gabby seconds, on for raises your hand. Please lower your hands. All against, please raise your hands. All abstaining, please raise your hands. With an 11-0 vote, that is approved. Thank you. So now we will go to SFS allocations.
Hi everyone. So for SFS, we had a total requested amount of 9,291, and we recommend a total allocation of 2,126, with 3 CSE affiliated organizations and 2 non-CSE affiliated organizations.
Thank you. Is there any opposition? All right, that's approved. Now going into SWC programming fund allocations.
Hi everyone, just give me 1 second. I'm pulling up the numbers. Okay, so this week we received $0 in requests from USAC, non-USAC Oh, sorry, I'm so sorry. From USAC entities, and then $3,608.72 from 6 non-USAC entities, and we are recommending an allocation of $2,146.84. And I will drop that in the chat right now.
Perfect. Is there any opposition? All right, that's approved. Thank you so much. All right. No special presentations, no appointments, so now we'll be going into officer reports. Quick recap since our last meeting. My office successfully hosted events throughout finals week, handing out over 900 Costco muffins, yerba mate, and Celsius to the student body. Had a meeting with upper UCLA professor to make a post about sleep hygiene, as it was a very anxious and stressful time for students during finals week. Definitely been attending some of the committee meetings that I'm a part of, including the enrollment planning meeting, the honorific naming committee meeting. We're also in the process of hiring, conducting interviews for our next dean of students at UCLA. I also went to Washington, D.C. With the Link cohort to do financial aid advocacy, and we talked to a few different representatives. In addition to that, I met with the Berkeley president on campus, who was able to interact with her chief of staff and give a tour of both not only the campus but the office, and then we attended the Berkeley men's basketball game that day. I met with Dean Bruin, editor-in-chief, today. That was a good meeting. And now I'm just meeting with the Big Ten Association for Student Government Presidents, as we're talking about the approaching winter conference that they'll be hosting at Ohio State University that I shall be attending. And just other things are noted on the written report as well. Megan. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Happy New Year. Start off the report. The True Bruin Race Awards nominations are still out. They are due January 25th. You can nominate a person that has helped another burning crisis until January 25th at 11:59. They will be awarded an award if they get the award. But you can nominate someone at studentincrisis.ucla.edu/True Bruin recognition. The award ceremony will be taking place at the end of February. The Appointments Review Committee is currently interviewing for the following positions: the Student Conduct Committee, Elections Board Chair, Student Fee Advisory Committee, and etc. If any council members have any questions they would like members of ARC to ask during the interviews, please let me know. The IVP office held our executive team meeting this Monday at 4 p.m. If you would like to attend the next meeting, they are every Monday at 4 p.m. in the IVP office, so please contact me or Josh to RSVP. The IVP office held our winter quarter all-staff meeting. If you'd like to attend the all-staff meeting, they are every Monday at 5 p.m. in Ackerman Union 3517. So please contact me or Josh to RSVP. Some notable committee updates. ETA is here. They are working on transparency reports, funding posts, and agenda previews. My EC directors over there are currently reviewing data from EAF, and they held a funding workshop today at 6 p.m. It'll be recorded and will be posted on the IVP Instagram, etc. My professional committee is currently working on planning for winter and spring. The Supporting Students Needs Committee is currently working on the off-campus housing fair, which is set to be January 31st in the Ackerman Grand Ballroom. So please set that date if you are looking, or if you know anyone who's looking for off-campus housing options next year. We are also collaborating 50-50 with student media, the admin relations team. We are hosting an administrative meet and greet on February 21st at 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. in Covell West on the Hill. We have confirmed attendance from Monroe Gordon and Pamela Lewis. So thank you so much. And other administrators will be there as well. So council members, please send a few office representatives if you can. We would like to have a large attendance. We're still planning the True Bruin Race ceremony, award ceremony, and midterm stress relief giveaways, and hopefully a New Year thing. And we will be releasing applications for the next round of IVP interns. And we have successfully integrated our fall interns into the office.
Thank you. Next we'll be going to Katie.
Short. Yeah.
Is it on now? Okay, there's a difference. The winter quarter. Most of my updates are on my Google Doc, but just to give a summary, prior to the break, I met with a company that a couple of our students on her campus are creating called Bounce Team. And they were just talking about different like UCLA entrepreneurships and how we can better support them and get UCLA startups kind of going. And then the other update I have is that I'm looking and I need help to find a room to set financial literacy night, but I think I have almost everything ready to go for it. And then the other two updates are also on my doc and you can find them. Anyways, hope everyone is doing great on our first week back.
Okay, now Jonathan. Well, welcome back to most of you and hope you had a wonderful break for most of you. I'm sorry that I was late. I had affairs that I was working on, but my office was very busy over the break. I will continue writing my weekly officer reports because I'm working on them, making sure they're as detailed as possible, but I'm collaborating with the transfer student representative, so Ms. Tyra. Very excited about that. We're going to help bring the Latinx community, Black student communities together. I'm working on the application of the Latinx Student Resource Center resolution that we passed in the fall quarter. I'm very excited to hopefully meet with a lot of on-campus stakeholders to really bring that to fruition. I met with a lot of UC Berkeley student leaders who are leading the Lucha for Latinx Student Center over there. So building those inter-UC chains of solidarity. So I'm very excited for that. And the Gen Rep 3 office is implementing our new class of interns into our office. So I'm very excited to be able to expand the reach that my office has. And as always, if most of you need support, please let me know. I'd be more than happy to help you out however I can. Thank you. Sujana?
Hi, yes, I'm also working on updating my written updates, so I'll provide some main ones verbally. That we had our first general meeting back yesterday, and so we were able to plan, especially collaborations across committees within the commission. We extended both our Books for Bruins and our Wintern applications to encourage more engagement, and we're also planning on creating physical flyers for the intern application and improving our publicity in other ways. I think our main goal this quarter is to revamp our website and social media, make that a big project, and to hopefully be able to create some kind of framework or template for that will last a while. Besides that, other main goals this quarter that we were worked on really projecting the timeline for and finalizing contacts and all resources for include the Little Library project, as well as supporting Tyra with AAC's contributions for our Black History Month planning, as well as other continued advocacy events such as incomplete notations within Academic Senate and other internal advocacy projects. So that is what AC has been working on.
Thank you. Mason? Oh, okay. Hi, everyone. Hope you had a good new year. All my updates are on the doc. We're still working on like fully fledging out our calendar for this year, but we're hoping to have three full-scale concerts, 3 noon tunes, 1 or 2 speaking events, and a bunch of screenings that are hopefully coming in February and March. But the only thing I have to announce really today is a really exciting event we have next week. We have Trixie Mattel, the drag queen from Drag Race, coming and doing a speaking event with us on Tuesday at 7 p.m. in Ackerman Grand Ballroom. And we're going to be announcing it on Instagram on Thursday, and the tickets will also go on sale or will be posted on Thursday. So keep an eye out for that, and everything else is in the doc. Awesome. Thank you. Now we'll go to Chi.
Hi, everyone. So most of my updates are also on the document, but the big shout out is that next week we are putting up a film screening in collaboration with ASU and the Center for Community Engagement. It's called Reimagining Safety documentary, and it's going to be discussing about policing and incarceration and ways that we can explore alternative forms of policing. So please help to repost on your Instagrams and also join us next week on Friday. Sorry, on Thursday. And yeah, that's the main thing I want to highlight for this week.
Appreciate it. All right, Alicia?
Hello, can you hear me all right?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Sorry, I'm just wearing headphones. Okay, so I'm currently writing them out for Sydney. It's gonna take me a second, but I want to just recall everything off the top of my head.
You're kind of far away, I'm sorry.
Okay, one sec.
Can you hear me better now?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so I'll finish writing my updates as soon as I'm done talking for Sydney, and for anyone to see. But basically, we're going to start our events next week with Word on Wednesday on Wednesday. It's all of our words will be on even weeks just for the sake of all the programming we have this quarter. After that, oh, but we're also trying to see if we can make something happen with our concert series and have an origami night. And trying to see if we can collab with a group called Bruin Origami for All, and have a performer. Week 2, there's going to be a teeny desk in our office. It's completely free. It's in our office. It's really small. It's something we like similar to NPR's Tiny Desk. If you've never heard about it, it's gonna be Jay Satin and Motion Blue. They're student artists. We also are planning a social kind of event, house music, dedication, kickback. But it's something we're planning for our CAC staff. All of our GBMs are going to be also on even weeks. So our first GBM is going to be on Monday. We're also finalizing retreat details and seeing where we can book outside of Airbnb because they're also complicit in the genocide in Palestine. So we're just figuring that out for week 3. We also have something coming up week 4 in collaboration with SJP. We're going to have an art gallery based on collective liberation and solidarity. And our art series is going to work on making lino cuts, making stickers, prints, and art to sell in order to just fundraise. We also, in terms of Hip Hop Congress and Hip Hop Appreciation Month, that's coming up really soon. So I'm just working to keep them on track with my directors on track with all the funding options we have. We've been reaching out to potential companies to have a sponsorship, but right now we're mainly just relying on the funds available to students because it's just kind of hard to get a response from a lot of them. And also along the lines of that, I'm just working on meeting with ASUCLA as soon as possible to finalize and review the preliminary invoice because we've just had a lot of issues in the past with just fees coming in and not understanding them. So just wanting to flush that out before the event with reservations, which I'm just excited to do, especially just for budget purposes. We are also planning on for HHC having our offers letters sent by the end of this month to the artists performing in Explosion, which is first week of March, and then fashion show, which is the 22nd. Also, if you are interested in being a model for fashion show, that is due the 12th. So just get your application in, send a video of you walking, or let your friends know if you think they would be a good model for the show. Literally apply, Tyre. Literally apply. Like, do it. Like, do it. I can't wait. Um, what's it called? Yay. Yay. Also for fashion show, we're looking for designers that are Palestinian as well. So we can have a Palestinian designer with textiles and like kafia designs, just to like make sure fashion show includes that and like highlights that in like all of our like brands that we're including. So that's really exciting. Also, along the lines of that, we're also planning like we're planning our Word on Wednesdays more intentionally, which is like just like relevancy, especially like so like week 4 we're going to have, I think week 2 is gonna be more leaning towards like it's the new year and like how are we feeling and like just like being real about that. And then like week 4, the gallery about solidarity and liberation. It's going to be a healing space for Palestinian students, mainly just like a space to highlight their experience and just like create a community and safe space. So just putting that out there, and there will be like graphics and posts soon about it. But yeah, and then like there will be week 6, it'll be about Black artists and like Black History Month as well. And that'll be a collaboration, I hope, to like talk with like ASU and HHC about, and just yeah. But I'm also meeting with Tyra this Friday. Sorry, I'm just like my head is really scrambled, so I'm going all over the place. We have more like things happening for like concerts and like we're planning like in a concert week 4 in the Northwest Auditorium. We are planning a Valentine's Day concert week 6. We are planning an event that's called Rock Noir, and like the just like reclaiming that genre for like the Black community, because it is like a Black genre, and as is every other music genre. So it's going to be an event with like Black rock artists, which is really exciting, but we're just like trying to get funding for it to make it as big as possible. And then week 9 we're gonna have a cumbia night, which is really exciting. And we're just gonna finalize details, but it's still like pretty far away. We are also trying to solidify our dates for World Fest. So I'm meeting with my directors tomorrow to just solidify like what week it's gonna happen in and get the dates booked and just like run. And then like we're trying to also collaborate with the Caribbean Student Association and hopefully ALC as well on a carnival. And we're trying to like make that also like a World Fest thing, just like for purposes of more like funding and also just like happening in spring quarter. But that's in spring quarter. I'm also solidifying offer letters for JRF this quarter. Also vendors for JRF this quarter. I'm meeting with them, and we're also discussing like having a movie screening with the new Bob Marley movie coming out. It's called One Love, and that's something we wanted to reach out to the filmmakers about, just because like we've had like all of his sons perform at Jazz Reggae Fest and like all his children, and like he's a he's like a big part of the reggae genre. So of course. So yeah, and I'm also working with GSA and board of directors to discuss like on a potential like resolution or like just letter to like become a part for UCLA and ASUCLA to become a part of the boycott, divest, sanction movement, and just like finally push out like a flushed out resolution. So like if you would like to work with me on that, please let me know. Optimally, like I'll give it like 2 weeks to like eventually put it on the agenda, just like to make sure it's good. But I think that's it. Like I'm just like, yeah, I think that I have a lot more stuff, but that's all I can think about off the top of my brain right now. But thank you.
Please. Sarah. Thank you. Janice. Janice.
Oh, hey, I'm sorry, I didn't realize. So for SWC updates, we are just getting the quarter started. We had our first meeting today, and we're working on a project with Brew and Shelter to donate more of our basic needs gift cards to specifically students in need. But we were able to distribute over 150 to $75 gift cards to the UCLA store to be spent on basic needs to students at the end of last quarter. So that was really awesome. And we are planning a retreat for week 3. And our peer support lounge, which is basically just opening up our office in Kirkhoff to students and occasionally providing snacks, food, de-stressing items, that's reopening for next week. So be on the lookout. And then week 3 is going to be I Love My Body Week, done by a couple of SWC committees. So again, be on the lookout on social media for ads for that. And then the last thing is on the 25th of this month is going to be our Heart to Heart on Reproductive Justice, a interactive forum. And there's going to be food giveaway and a lot of different people, UCLA professors and medical professionals who are going to be speaking on reproductive justice. So we would love to see you there. That's all for me. Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Tara.
Can y'all hear me okay?
Kind of. Can you say something else?
Hello?
Okay, yeah.
Okay, I'm so sorry for the audio, but I'll go quickly. Over the break, I was meeting with individual offices to go over the USAC Black History Month. I'm really excited for that, especially for the meetings I haven't had yet. This will be the first time that USAC is doing it, so I'm really happy to be spearheading that and bringing that to the community. I will probably write a resolution to see if USAC can start, showing support for Black students in a more formal way more often. So keep a lookout for that. One of my chiefs has sent out a request for all of the orgs that signed up to be a part of our Transfer Unity Council. So we'll probably start having those meetings soon. That entity would be largely so that I can understand like what are the bigger issues in diverse transfer populations, but also so that I can make sure as TSR is kind of like working on the transfer empowerment referenda, we can actually be community minded. We've also put out applications for the planning of the transfer graduation. Myself and one of my events directors, we thought it would be cool to commemorate the transfer community, especially because we are 30% of the population. It's only right that we get our own graduation ceremony. Luckily, I'm a part of the UCLA Mother Org, so I'm gonna largely follow that template of commemoration. So really excited for that. I have a meeting with the Armenian Student Association and the Hidden Roads Initiative tomorrow because we'll be collaborating on Armenian Culture and Heritage Awareness Week. And I'm really excited for that. I helped ASA host their first transfer admit weekend last year on the USAC Council, and they're such a great org to collab with, so I'm so excited for that. We've also scheduled meetings with the American Indian Student Association and the Asian Pacific Coalition to host events for Native transfers as well as AAPI transfers. So I'll have more updates on that soon. I am also spearheading a Black Transfer Appreciation Week with the African Student Union, and this will include entities such as Umoja, the BBRC, the Transfer Student Center, etc. So I hope that y'all will show up for all these great events. And then lastly, I do want to spearhead our first annual Transfer Mental Health Week. It will actually be UC-wide, which I'm kind of scared for. But as of right now, I am working with UC Berkeley, UC Davis, UC Santa Barbara, and UC San Diego so that we can just generally show awareness of all the issues that transfer students face that are academic but have mental health implications for us, like imposter syndrome, when student organizations such as USAC kind of leave us out of these spaces, as well as more academic things like lack of access to hybrid options or even priority registration for those who are parents. So we're just going to be talking about a bunch of different issues, and I'm hoping that y'all will be a part of that as well. Janice, I think somebody from my office is in contact with somebody for yours, but if y'all want to be a part of that, let me know, because I do think it's important for USAC as a whole to advocate for those things. But I'm tired and my brain is fried. That's all I can think of right now. But yeah. Oh, Janice, did you want to say something to me?
I'm sorry. I was just giving a thumbs up on the React.
Okay.
Thank you. Now let's go to Adam.
Hey everyone, I hope you all had a good winter break. Sorry for not being in person today. I just got back from traveling, so I'm very tired. Not many updates, mostly just some events we're working on. We have our career center event for international students, for internships and jobs on January 22nd from 5 to 6:30, I believe. We've been working on that a lot. We have a lot of things planned for that. We worked on some UCSA International Student Coalition work, and the plan is to try and implement having all 9 undergraduate campuses have ISRs next year. And besides that, we just continued working on our existing programs. Besides that, nothing else. Yeah, that's it for me.
Thank you. And then before we go to admin, can you and Tara please make written reports? It was something we had mentioned very early fall quarter, something that would help Sydney take notes on. I just noticed that y'all are the only 2 that we still need those from. So please do that for future weeks going forward. Oh, and in Slack, Megan said to please update your documents to reflect the new quarter, correct? If you switch to a new quarter for your document, just let Megan know so she can update it on the agenda. Okay, now going into admin reports. Orlando.
Hello, everyone. Happy New Year. We all had a wonderful winter break. A couple updates. We have begun this week and running through this week and next week, we are registering new organizations. So if you know someone or if you started a new org yourself, this is the next couple of weeks to do it. Also, groups who failed to re-register in the fall, we're allowing them to, register their group now. So if you know anyone or part of a group that failed to register, not your offices should be all registered, but any other kind of RCOs. And then on week 3, we will host, Seoul will host their quarterly one-stop event where it's a 2-day event where we'll be in-person virtual workshops on ranging from new signatory workshops to funding workshops, youth services workshops, drivers training workshops, etc. I believe that list is now on the Seoul website. So if you're interested in attending, you're more than welcome to. But it will be required for all new orgs to attend one of those workshops. The other thing, one of my other hats that I wear is I am the recruiter for the UC student regent position, and that is going to be kicking into gear next month. The current UC regent will be visiting campus to recruit. I typically work with the EVP office from USAC, so Eva, I'll be reaching out to you as well as the EVP office from the Graduate Student Association. And so typically, just so you all know, it is a recruitment day. They will want to meet with RCOs, administration. They may want to meet with student government, so you may hear me reach out to you to organize a meeting with them. They usually will ask topics that you want to discuss. So if I do reach out to you, don't be surprised that I do, and to potentially have a list of topics that you would want to discuss with the student region. And in the evening, there will be a town hall that they will host, and will be the recruitment, and this is where I work with the EVP offices on trying to get students in seats to hear what how to apply, strategies, etc. But yeah, if you're interested in that, just reach out to me. But I will be more than likely reaching out to you, all of you. Okay.
Thank you.
That's all I have.
Jessica.
Hello, can you hear me? So just a couple quick things. We'll be doing some presentations over the next couple weeks, just as refreshers, but week 5 of this quarter is going to be the requisition deadline for any activity from fall that has occurred and been funded through USAC. So please make sure if you have outstanding requisitions you need to submit them now. If you need help with that, we can chat. But this will be really critical because we're going to encourage all funding chairs to close accounts that still have balances. So essentially funding that's been allocated but unspent. You really should be closing those accounts so that becomes available to reallocate to new groups going into the end of winter and into spring quarter. And that's really important since last year in spring, a lot of funding bodies ended early because of funding running out. So just something to be mindful of, and make sure that if you are a funding chair, that you're reaching out to your organizations that have been funded and haven't utilized any of those funds to remind them to do their rec forms. Additionally, I just wanted to go over the trademarks and licensing requirements. So especially if you're going into spring quarter, going to be ordering any branded items, stickers, shirts, any kind of swag, anything that has your office or for student organizations, your logo on it. If it has a UCLA mark, so the name UCLA, the Bruin Bear, anything that is a trademark of UCLA, you do need to use a licensed vendor for your order, and you do need trademarks and licensing approval to use that mark. So we have seen through SGA a couple of requests for reimbursement come through that did not use a licensed vendor and it had a UCLA mark on it. So, we follow up with those folks individually, just to let them know that, they can't do that again. Because we don't want to have to say, sorry, you're out of pocket for that. So just keep that in mind if your office is going to be placing any orders for any branded items. If it has the word UCLA, Bruin Bear, things like that, an image of Royce Hall, something that is identifiable as UCLA, you do need to use the licensed vendor, and we can help you with that. And if you just want an easy one-stop shop, Bruin Custom Print can do all that for you. They are a licensed vendor and they can help you through the trademarks and licensing request and approval process. So that's kind of a good place to start if you're not sure who is licensed. But I just wanted to give that reminder to you all, just because we have seen some things come in and we will not be able to reimburse those in the future if they happen. But that's all for me.
Just to kind of, I'll speak up, to add on to what Jessica's saying, I'm actually the RCO, I'm a sole representative for trademarks. So one of the advice I can give you all when you're putting this together is to utilize the USAC logo, HUCLA. You use the UCLA University logo, that's a little different, and that may delay the process, in addition to some of the trademarks of Royce Hall, Polly, the Bear. But yeah, definitely, if you utilize your own HUCLA and USAC logo, it should go pretty quickly. I get on and I'll just go ahead. But if there's any issues, I will reach out to you. But if you have any questions, you can also reach out to me as well.
Awesome. Thank you, Lori.
Everybody. Just quickly, if you are doing any midterm, like I need a spot to pass out stuff, can you hit me up by next week? So I have a really slammed quarter and I want to make sure that I can get you guys what you need. So by next week, if you have any plans to do midterm, de-stress, whatever. Outside of poly, outside the IM field, those are great spots. Some of you used them last quarter. I will reach out to whoever it will be in Evan's position about study nights for this quarter. And other than that, I will maybe see you guys at a basketball game or two because that's my other gig. Jada, over to you.
I thought you called me Jada.
Jada.
Not my name.
Jada.
Jada too, and I said, oh.
Oh. Hey, hi, hello. Happy New Year. I hope you had a nice break. It is winter. I believe it's the dead of winter outside. I'm freezing. Just a couple things on my end. Regarding the rec due dates week 5, we're also probably gonna be coming around if we find out that you have some outstanding bills. And you know how persistent I can be when it comes to bills. So, please pay your bills. Jack, one of our student staff, has sent out a midpoint survey, just kind of asking for your feedback on some of the things we've done in fall. There'll be another survey kind of talking about advising later in the quarter, but I know Megan and Naomi have filled that out, so thank you to them. Please take a chance when you can. It really shouldn't take more than 2 or 3 minutes, honestly. CalFresh is now accepted to the health sciences store. That's really exciting. Probably more to come there too as the years go on. Appointments generally, election board is pretty urgent. There we go. Another one that I want to put on your radar is the Distinguished Teaching Award appointment. That's one that like they specifically reached out to me to request a student, and that they need that by their meeting start February. And I believe it's yours. Yeah. There's an email thread with you and it might be, maybe talk with Sujana. I was under the impression that it's new, and so I sent it to you. But if we could get that one, that would be great, because when people reach out and ask for student representation, I want to make sure we can get those requests fulfilled. Don't forget to check your mail. Jack got a lot of mail from the doc today, but most of you honestly have at least one piece of mail in your Kirkhoff mailboxes now. So find those little keys that I gave you last quarter that should still be around, and check your mail. If you have a problem with that, please let me know. Another thing that I do want to say, I'm sure you all saw Evan's message today. So I do just want to let you all know kind of what the process here looks like. So today, with Evan's resignation, marks now from your constitution 21 days that you have to fill that spot. So that'll be open interviews done by Naomi, which are then sent to ARC, which will then come to this council for approval. So that deadline is this Tuesday of week 4. So please do keep that in mind. That is a constitutional requirement of yours. Last but not least is office cleanliness. Woo! Well, we've had some issues recently with office cleanliness, and I won't go into details, but please, I'm sure you all saw the nice little letters that we put under your door and on your doors. Please take that seriously. We have food service space in Kirkhoff, right? So like, particularly when it comes to things like pests, that's what we're trying to avoid. And we're also trying to keep you safe, because a lot of those offices could be a tinderbox and go up really quickly. So please do your due diligence to organize, follow those protocols, and keep your stuff clean. And that's all from me. You know where to find me. Here for you.
Thank you. Eva, what's your question?
Hey, sorry. Can I quickly share something from my officer report? Because I wasn't in the meeting at the time. Sorry I can't be there, everyone. Definitely miss you all so much. I just wanted to quickly mention a couple things of note. Everything important is pretty much in the officer report, but I wanted to emphasize that we're still taking signups for, or UCSA is still taking signups for Latina Lobby Day. UCLA is going to take about 20 people, and we have only a few more spots left. So I definitely encourage folks to apply to that. It'll be like totally like a free lobbying trip to Sacramento. And I encourage everyone to sign up. The application closes January 20th. I think our graphic is coming soon, but you can also look it up on Instagram at UC Students, because that is UCSA's account. And please keep an eye out for future things, and everything else is in my office report. Thank you.
Thank you. Also in the chat, because most people don't have Zoom, Tara mentioned that we are starting a Latino transfer org, and to let her know if there's anybody interested, if you know anybody that's interested. Yeah. Oh, Jonathan?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Wait, turn it on. Yeah. Oh, perfect. Oh. There we go. I just wanted to comment a bit on the email that we got from Evan. I just think more than anything, I think it's really sad. And I send him my best well wishes. I don't know if he's listening or not. I'll probably contact him personally as well, but I think it's just a little like sad that one of our own is, the stress is so much. And I just really encourage all of us to really take away from what he said to, ensure that we deal with this role with kindness and with compassion and with heart as much as possible. And I think, looking forward, it's really important that, I just lament it as a fellow queer man myself. I think losing representation is always a bit hurtful, but I completely recognize and understand the fault that, the stress and the hard work that all of us put in. And yeah, I just want to recognize Evan for his hard work and his courage to resign when knowing that, you can't handle it anymore. So I just want to applaud him for that.
Okay. With no old business, no new business, this meeting is adjourned at 8 p.m.
Wait, not use the word.